Recording. All right. Everybody wants to be online. Everybody wants to make money online. Everybody wants to build their personal brand. But there's ways you can make money online while you build your Instagram and your TikTok and your YouTube. Ways that you can actually start making money today without having any followers really, or any new followers other than your friends, your family, and acquaintances. And we're going to talk about that in this episode. I think this is episode 5. We got Gabe in the building. I'm feeling good. You feel I got a little different energy tonight. Just took a shower, got some new equipment, and we're ready to go, man. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Chilling.
Yeah, I feel good today. I'm not stressed because it was already set up.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
This is cool. It's cleaner, too.
It's clean. Well, next time, all this is going to be gone because this also bothers me. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to get it right. Step by step. Every week, a little new tweak. I wanted to talk about ways people, us, we, everybody can make money with content, with their content, way before they build their personal brand or have a big following. Literally next week.
Are you saying this because do you think a lot of people want to like monetize the content itself? Like they wait for that? Is that what it is?
No, everybody wants to become somebody online so they make lots of money. You're trying to do it. I'm trying to do it. 16-year-olds are trying to do it.
Yeah, but what does that really mean, right? And how do you do that, right?
Right, but what I'm saying is usually that's what I dig into. Mm-hmm. I dig into building a personal brand, your bio, and all the nuances. This is not that. I was thinking about this yesterday when we talked about the company I just started. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk about ways you can make money online.
High draft, right?
Yeah. I'm going to talk about ways you can make money online, like with way less stress, and you don't have to have like crazy strategy or nothing. Like what are we doing? Let's do it easy. Let me do an easy pod. Let me do an easy porta pod. Should it be a porta pod? That's also a porta potty. That means ish. We are the ish also. Whatever. I'll think about the name. Still don't have a name to this podcast. So check this out. Let me start with this. So number one, mm-hmm. You can make content for others. That's number one. If you want to make money tomorrow, next week, next month, make content for others while you build your personal brand or whatever big idea.
Explain that. What do you mean for others?
Meaning, watch this. So how many weddings? We live in the tri-state, but mm-hmm. even beyond the tri-state, how many weddings happen every weekend? Mm-hmm. How many bat mitzvahs happen every weekend? How many baby showers happen every weekend? Quinceañeras, sweet 16s, right? You know, all these different events. And we're in this new age where people absolutely love to see social media content of their event. So It used to be photographer's king, and the photographer's still king because it's a level it's an art to it, right?
Right.
Pictures say 1,000 words and they last forever. Mm-hmm. But then it was like the videographer, right? But over time, videographers have gotten, it's like the same thing. They're standing on the outside of the action and they're just capturing this thing and it's kind of flat, right? Mm-hmm. If you watch a wedding from 20 years ago and a wedding from 2 days ago, the way the video is taken is pretty much the same. Right. So what I discovered,
very like traditional, yeah.
Right. So what I discovered from doing my events, just so everybody knows, I've been doing high-end events in the city, New York, Jersey for the last 23 years. I host one of the biggest events in the world that I can't talk about, that I would love to talk about, but I can't say on the camera. But I'm an MC. But while I MC, because I'm a content guy, I started taking crazy content and started editing those videos of those events and just posting it on the company I work for, their account. In turn, after a while, they loved it, and literally I became the social media content creator / manager for Total Entertainment, which is the biggest company for mobile DJing and events and corporate events in the United States of America.
In America?
In America.
Wow, that's crazy.
In the world.
That's crazy. I thought it was more like New York tri-state area, but I didn't know it was like in America.
Well, that means America.
Right.
Because who's going to do it bigger?
No, you're right.
What state is going to have more excess funds to spend, you know?
No, I get it.
So I started making this content, and I wasn't trying to make content for nobody at the moment, but I got a job, an extra job that I don't have to be at. I don't clock in. I take videos of what I do, and other MCs take their own videos and send them to me to edit. Mm-hmm. But I was creating the action. Videographers usually stand on the outside shooting the action. Like they shoot the fighting scene. I'm in the fighting scene.
Right.
So I'm getting angles and energy and responses and engagement from people that they can't get because I'm the guy in the mix.
That's the thing. It's like that type of content is like when people watch it, it's almost like first person, and it makes them feel like they're like there, you know?
Right. So I've been training staff and training my people to shoot like me. I've been doing events for 23 years, so I know what's happening before it happens, and I'm also the one developing what is happening in front of me, knowing
You're making it happen. Yeah.
Right. But that's why I'm only hiring in the beginning people who are in my industry and maybe they were dancers, so they understand what's going on and they could merge with the crowd and they know how to talk to people and be one with the crowd and not just some guy that's like dance, it's video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why iPhones are so amazing at parties, because when it's an iPhone, since everyone uses iPhone or any phone to take video, no one feels uncomfortable when you pull it out and take video.
Right. Everybody's used to that.
Right. The big cameras kind of freeze you up. Right. So this goes for everybody out here. You don't have to be in my industry or Gabe's industry because he worked in nightlife. Look at nightlife.
Right.
You've done a trillion parties in nightlife DJing. Everybody needs content to push out. All the clubs need content.
Of course. It's almost like it didn't happen if there's no content, right?
Right. So like right now, yes, the big clubs and the name brands, like they're already going to have their content creator, right? But if you go to a hot dog, well, let's not go that, let's stay to the events. But if you go to a couple that's getting married and you find out who's getting married, it's very easy to do. And you say, hey, do you want a content creator? And they're gonna be like, well, we don't have a budget. We have a video guy, or we don't have a video guy. We have a photographer. And you charge not a lot of money at first because you want to get your feet wet. You want to get your name known first.
Right.
You're going to get a lot more yeses than nos. People need it. And you can start immediately. So while you're building your big brand or your YouTube or figuring out the Instagram algorithm, these are people who are paying you for that content that don't care about. You're not responsible for their likes and comments and turning a viewer into cash. They just want to see their family dance, smile, eat, and have those memories for a lifetime.
I understand what you're saying now. So you make content for other people. You start getting paid right away.
Now.
Yeah, I didn't even, you know me, I didn't even have the intention of being a content creator, but through building my personal brand and putting out content, people start asking for help with theirs, you know what I mean? And that kind of just developed that way.
Right. So watch this. Right now, if some kid out of high school is like, I don't even own a camera, but I have an iPhone. I want to start getting content. And he was like, hey, I can take B-roll of you in your studio. And then when you go to Chris's to your podcast, I can take blah, blah, blah. It's going to be $150 a week. I don't have any job and I don't feel like working at McDonald's. And you're like in your content phase where you need to push out stuff. You might be like, you know what? Maybe not every week, but the next 2 weeks, let's do this. I need these clips.
Right.
And it's way harder to get me.
Right.
And if you're making tons of money, now you're like, you know what? I need this kid every week.
Right.
You get even bigger. You know what? I'm going to pay you this much because I need you to be here 5 hours a day.
Right.
So you build with people, right? But I just want to start at the events, and because they're happening all the time, and they're joyous occasions where the client doesn't need ROI.
Right.
They just need clear, nice, cool content with some music in the background, some cool edits. You don't have to be someone using DaVinci or Final Cut. Just amazing ways you put together the videos, and they want cool pictures, candid pictures that aren't from a big camera, that just feel like real life, like they took them. Easy money.
They want you to capture the moment, but the highlights, the best parts of the moment, you know what I mean? And make the moment look exciting, look and feel exciting. And yeah, but the thing about content, and they need a lot of it too, you know, content is like a quick turnaround. Like, I'm
so happy you said that.
Yeah.
So iDraft Media, the letter I, DRAFT Media is the company I just started to do this. And I love that you said that. The glory and the difficulty of this whole thing is it's really because you're giving them a 24-hour / 48-hour turnaround. Mm-hmm. So imagine you and your wife get married and your kids are there. Well, that shouldn't happen, right? Because you should get married before you have kids. I know. I know. Controversial these days, right? But your whole family's there. Your friends are there. And you have this amazing party. And then, like, you wake up at noon the next day because like you drank, you danced the night away, and then like it's 2:00 now and you look at your phone and you're watching your party again.
Yeah.
You're going to send it to every family member. It's going to go viral within your friends and family. And it's such a amazing feeling that next day, you know, and then maybe 24 hours later, everything comes and the B-roll for everything. Cause you also want to send them everything unedited as well. So they can do what they want with it.
Right.
Right. And easy money.
Yeah.
And it's not big yet. I know a couple girls that do it and it's not big yet. Everybody wants it, but there's not companies that are doing like specifically that. It's more so the video guys in the old school way. It's like, bro, go get.
And it's I like the way you put it from the beginning because everyone's mostly just thinking of making content for themselves. You know what I mean? They don't think of it like.
I love that you said for themselves. Sometimes, like I'm gonna make a package for this as well. Sometimes the brides or the Sweet 16 girl, bat mitzvah girl wants a content creator to have their phone as well because they want you to post, yo, I want 30 stories for my Sweet 16 tonight. Rock out, blah, 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 you know. So there's different ways.
I've done events where I didn't even film anything myself. I literally text everybody that was there the next morning and I'm like, send all the pictures you have, send all the videos you have. And then everybody, dude, I got like 5 different angles of the event. I got mad pictures and then I was just able to like create content just from that, you know, which is crazy.
Yeah, so boom. Number 1 was events. Number 2, businesses. Like, I don't even want to talk about the businesses that need specific curated, perfect content with hooks and everything to drive revenue yet. I'm talking about businesses that are like, hey, I own a pizza shop. All the other pizza shops have social media. They're getting more attention. I'm losing customers because they're just more visible.
That's it. Like if it's a pizza shop, like helping restaurant owners, I think of it like you literally could just walk in there, talk to the guy who makes the pizza, talk to the owner, whatever, film him making the pizza, have him talk about his process, like how he makes the pizza, and that's it.
Right.
Like let people in, you know what I mean? And tell the story of the restaurant, basically.
Right. And in the beginning, let me tell you something. 85% of these owners don't know cameras or cinematography yet. Some of them are gonna know, but those are the people that will pay the big money because they realize what it's for. But
especially like the pizzerias, like you said, the old school Italians and stuff like that. They're not trying to learn all that.
No, they know they need something. So I'm just saying, if you're starting out and you want to get some money and you want to practice, because now if you get 5 of them, when you go to someone serious who's willing to pay $1,000 instead of $200, you're like, hey, these are the other people I'm doing the content for. You're more formidable. You look like you have some weight behind you and you're worth trying out.
Right.
You know, so this is for everybody's getting started. Like you could just literally, you walk 1 mile, you're going to pass 50 businesses in any downtown area. Ding dong, plant store, ding dong, coffee shop, ding dong, Jamaican restaurant, ding dong, whatever it is. Yo, you ask 100 people, 10 people are going to say, you know what? How much? A little bit too much. Can we do something? And even if you're not making a lot of money, it gets you started. It gets you practicing. It gets you clients that you can leverage to get more clients in the future who pay more and understand the value of the content you're taking.
Right. And how do you go about, just for people watching, how do you go about pricing these things if someone's just getting started on it?
Ooh. So if you're just getting started and all you have is a phone, first of all, you shouldn't have just a phone. Your first purchase after the phone that we talked about is the on-body mic. Can you lower this a little bit? I don't want to. Lower your mic a little bit.
Oh, it's like covering my face?
Yeah.
Okay.
The on-body mic is the most important because, like you said, everyone can take pictures and a little bit of B-roll, and that gets old quick. So having people, don't have to say the story of your life, but having people talk on camera or just as they're talking, hey, hand me the dough, whatever, you hear their voice. So you should have a mic that'll help big, and you can get mics these days for $50, right?
Right.
And if you spend $100, you got a phenomenal one these days.
Right.
But in terms of price, if you're just starting, man, I don't want to tell people like, everyone's like, know your worth. Bro, you're not worth anything in the beginning, right? Like go out there and get a client for $250. I'm gonna keep it real.
$250 for what though? What does that?
I see.
Like $250 a week? $250 a month. Like,
to be honest, in the beginning, I would go grab a couple people for free.
right.
I know it sounds crazy.
Just to have some
You don't have no footage
kind
to
of
get anyway.
portfolio.
Yeah, like I would go get 1 or 2 people for free. So when you go to charge the first person, hey, this is an example of what I do. Because they're gonna say, hey, let me see your work. And you're gonna be like, I don't have no work. You're the first person ever.
Or like I said, if you've already started building your personal brand, that's kind of your work too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but most business owners want to see
like
something that looks like,
especially if you're doing it for like a restaurant, they want to see that you've done it for another restaurant and stuff like that.
Yeah, start with like, hey, give me $500 a month. I'll keep your stories fresh, and I'll do, I don't know, 3 videos for a week for you. Right now, you do 0 videos a week. Your grandmother posted a picture of pepperoni. It looks horrible.
I mean, I started with just whoever was around. Again, I'm doing my personal content, right, for my personal brand. But then, like you said, I work with nightclubs, I work with artists, so everybody needs it. You know what I mean?
Well, so I actually want you to tell quickly your story, because you're doing content for yourself, and as a result of you doing content for yourself, a friend of yours saw you doing content for yourself and asked for help, and I want you to explain
that happened like 3-4 times already. Like,
so explain the construction one.
Yeah, so my friend owns a construction company as a contractor. So I wanted to do more like, just like we said about the pizzeria, kind of like tell the story. So instead of just like posting pictures of like construction sites, I wanted him to like walk around and narrate it. And then we could show the befores and afters and stuff like that. But I wanted to like the story come from him personally and have him speaking on camera, talking about what he did with the job. And then when we do show the pictures, it's more, he has like a voiceover, like narrating it, so it's not just like posting pictures, you know what I mean?
And what happened?
You see, it has legs. It just travels more. It becomes like a show. You know what I'm saying?
No. I want you listen. This is how people listen. Tell them what happened.
Yeah. No, he started getting more contracts like immediately, dude.
Right.
Like within the first 5 days.
Right. And the reason why he called you to help him, not because you were doing it for other people, just because you were doing it for yourself.
Right.
The same as me with Total Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, he made money off of that. Now he's gonna say,
oh my God, because contracting is like the contracts are thousands of dollars, so it's like it's like the first week was like $10,000.
Right. So if you have a contractor, it's like, wait a second, Gabe made me $10,000. What happens if we keep doing this? Could I make an extra $200,000 this year because of it?
Yeah.
I'm willing to pay this guy $20,000 if I'm going to get $200,000.
Right.
You understand?
That's how it works. Yeah.
And that can go into the millions when it comes to
So
construction.
it really just depends on the business, right?
Right.
Right.
So boom.
That's how I like to sell it too, because if you're talking to an owner, this pertains to like sales, because you were saying like go to restaurants, so you're going door to door, so you got to like learn sales a little bit, and what you really have to say is that it's not just because a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, that's expensive. It's like, no, dude, if I'm charging you $1,000 for something, I'm supposed to help you make money, right? So if you make 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 back, what is $1,000? So they have to look at it as an investment too. It's not just putting money out.
That's the next level of the game, and that's not what I'm talking about in this moment. Because when you say that, you need a different level of expertise now. You're not just starting out, and you're not just taking content for people and getting that money exchange. Right. Because now your job is ROI. And now you probably needed a couple years in the game to really figure that out.
Right.
So right now I'm just talking about like the low hanging fruit. I need something and I'm willing to pay for that something. And I see the value I'm willing to exchange for that. Because once you start talking ROI, then it's like for instance, this is the guy called Chris Doe. He's he looks like an Asian dude, right? I think he's Asian. He's online and he talks about business growth. And he's really good at negotiating for funds, right? So if you wanted the logo right now, right, you would probably jump on AI.
Something like that, yeah.
Right? Because AI is new and you can get it for cheap. Now, if you had more money on you, you'd be like, no, I want a real artist to make it, right?
Right.
And then when you get to a different level and you're McDonald's, you go to a guy like Chris Doe. Yeah, it's not Doe, too. It's Chris Doe, right? So this guy, he charges hundreds of thousands of dollars for a logo.
That's crazy.
Why is he able to get it? It's because of clientele.
Right.
So if you're McDonald's and you sell to planet Earth, there's a McDonald's everywhere on planet Earth, right? Once that logo is done, You're putting it on hundreds of thousands of boxes and items. If you tend not to like it a year from now, it could cost you millions of dollars to change that logo.
Right.
So you need someone who's going to understand you, your business, your colors, your vibe, your past, your future, break it on down to make this perfect little M.
Right.
That's going to go around the world maybe for 30 years before you decide to change it, or you may never change it.
You said this on the first episode. That's your skill, right? Like you sit down with someone. I forgot what you call it on the first call. What'd you call the first call? It's like a...
Oh, well, for me, it was a clarity call.
Clarity call, right? So in this clarity call, you figure out who the person is, their strengths, their weaknesses, what is their service, who's their target demographic. So then, like, I think about all these things, and then I figure out how to like tell their story. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of content is just gonna make people stop scrolling, or what's gonna make you, if you're using a contracting company as an example, what's gonna make you stand out from the other contractors? You know, like there's a lot of people that do nice work. If they're just posting pictures of their nice work, but you're a charismatic owner, you look good on camera, you know how to tell stories, you know what I mean? That's going to pop out and it's going to travel more and it has legs, you know what I mean? So people are going to gravitate towards that. So that's what I do. I don't really have like a strategy, like a one size fits all strategy. It's not like I just kind of like figure out who the person is and help them tell their story. You know what I mean?
Especially in an industry like construction when like nobody's doing it.
Right.
So if you're looking for a construction person, there's one guy online doing content like, oh, maybe I'll call him to see what's going on. Hey, look, Doug got a new...
I look at it like, I don't know if you remember like the show Home Improvement.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like, you know how they had like what was it called? Like Tool Time or something like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had like a construction show.
Yeah.
And it starts becoming like that, you know what I mean? And you could show the whole entire process and start it from scratch. Start from like the real ugly room and then how you broke that down and built that back up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I show that whole process and have them talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's telling those stories, just like I said with the pizza man, you know? Like if you're standing there with the pizza man and it's like, oh, this is my grandfather's recipe. Tell the story about his grandfather and how his grandfather came to the United States and then they went to Brooklyn and Staten Island and they ended up in Jersey, and like that whole story, dude, is going to be super intriguing, you know?
Yeah.
And then, and that's how you get to where you are now. And it makes people like fall in love with the business and want to go visit and support it. You know what I mean?
With family owned businesses, I think what you just explained is very important.
Right.
Because it makes you like, do I want to go to ABC Pizza that's everywhere?
Right.
Or do I want to go to Gabe and Friends? You're like, oh, we love them and their family. We know their daughter. We see the whole, you know, so it's a connect. So boom, number one is events. Number two is helping businesses. And the third one I have is help somebody else with their personal brand. Or another entrepreneur with their stuff. Like for instance,
that's great advice, dude. Because we've been talking about this the past couple episodes. But if you're shy on camera or whatever, like practice like that. Help somebody else with their personal brand. You know,
and you're gonna learn everything as you help somebody else. Yeah. So for instance, it takes me probably, if I'm being realistic, every aspect of it, it literally takes me almost 2 hours to set up a podcast.
You're super picky though,
right? But
you want high quality stuff.
But so if somebody came here and said, "Hey, give me $50, I'll rock with you. I'll help you set up the whole thing." So,
right?
Hey, give me $70 a week and I'll do it every time you guys shoot. You're like,
but you're so particular too. You need to train people because
everybody should be training people. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You're helping an entrepreneur. It's like, how about this? How about this? You know what? I don't want to say this one yet because it's for later. But yes, helping an entrepreneur, taping them while they're taking meetings, while they're driving. They can put the words on it. Getting the story, watching them work. They don't have to perform or say, here's three ways I can help you with your taxes. But just watching them at work do what they do and getting that B-roll, they'll pay for it. Because especially entrepreneurs, they have more funds to give away. And most entrepreneurs want to be somebody.
Dude,
they want more than money. They want to be somebody. In order to be somebody, they need their personal brand out there. In order to have that, they need video. And they're too busy to take it themselves.
I saw this new coffee shop around my way, and the owner, I just thought it was so dope, dude. The owner didn't even show like his best moments. He had someone just like following him around, even stressing about all the details of the business and the accounting and his worries and concerns. And they're filming all of that. And it becomes like a freaking, what was the show? Like The Office? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just, it feels like you're just in the office hearing all the background conversations, the conversations in the kitchen and like, hurry up, we need that. And you know what I mean? Like people want to see that stuff.
Yeah, that's the human stuff. That's the thing. Yesterday's podcast when we were talking about surviving AI, like AI can't do that.
Right. And then you get to see the owner's passion, his drive, and his attention to detail, and how he cares about serving the customers and the recipes and making sure everything's perfect and stuff like that. And I think that passion kind of like motivates people to want to go visit the spot. You know what I mean?
But back to the entrepreneurs, because I want to get away from the businesses. The entrepreneurs, whether they have a book or they're not that big, like they need to grow their personal brand. They need more content than the businesses.
Yeah, but it's just I'm gonna approach it with a similar philosophy. It's just like what
you should not.
Okay, so let's break it down.
like for instance, I got Prada Jones and I got Total Entertainment. Completely different philosophy.
I meant like I'm looking from the perspective like that you said of the clarity call, like figuring out who the person is, what their brand's about, who are they selling to.
It's sometimes that doesn't matter.
So break that down.
Yeah, so for instance, like depending on what you're selling, like if I'm selling that I do the most amazing parties in the world.
Let's use your two examples, your two like real life examples. The Prada's who helps people with finance, and then the most amazing parties in the world.
Right. So the guy that's gonna help you fix your credit and get you funding, you need to see him often to trust him because money's involved. Anytime money's involved, it's harder to get a client because they're like, do I trust exchanging money for this service? And then you need to be taught all the time. You need to feel like they are a leader of thought and an expert in what they're talking about, money and finance and credit. And boom, you got to hit them every day with direct, this is how you do this. This is how you could save here.
So you're saying just start by just giving a bunch of value.
Right. It's more value driven. The party thing is like, we already know what this is.
So for that client, you don't feel like you need to give too much background or like personal story?
I think BTS is amazing, but it's on companies like that, they're so big that like there is no Ronald McDonald. You know, it's kind of like it's more showing the results of using the company. Right. When you see a Ferrari, you're not like, what? I wonder what the story of building this muffler was. You just want to see it go.
Okay. Yeah, but that's a very established brand. I wonder. You actually make me wonder how it got to that point where we have that sort of like image in our head of what Ferrari is already. Like, how did it start though? You know what I mean? I always think about that. Every successful company, every successful business, I always think about like there's always somebody that had the initial idea and they didn't necessarily have the funds and everybody's telling them that they're crazy and then they have to go acquire the capital and fail a bunch of times and then it's eventually successful, you know? But how do they get it to like, I don't even know when Ferrari started. It's just a hypothetical, but like now you said, like you said, we have our image in our head of a Ferrari. It's an established brand, you know? So how do you get it to that? I always think about that, you know?
Well, we're going to do a whole podcast on just how to build a brand in general, but I will say this. No one cares until it matters, and it doesn't matter until you show us the car going, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one cares until your car comes around the corner and there's smoke coming from the tire.
I think it was Ferrari or Lamborghini. They said something like they don't even need to like actually do commercials anymore.
Yeah, like I roll my eyes every time I hear those things. Like, you've never seen a Ferrari commercial because
yeah. I think it was.
But
Ferrari.
Guess what? When you go to certain clubs and certain places, you are just too broke to be at the places where they promote Ferraris. Like, it's not worth having the commercial on the TV because now you're promoting. You're spending all that money to promote to the world where it should be at this country club or it should be in this magazine that only rich people who buy Ferraris.
I get it. But that's a great question though. Like, why does McDonald's still feel the need to advertise? It's not like there's people in the world that don't know McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Because when you sleep, that's when you get chin checked and get knocked out by the new competitor.
Right.
You
No,
you
true.
never say. I love that you said that because like people are like, why does Coca-Cola still spend $100 million a year on everybody in the world knows Coca-Cola, dude? All it takes is from
If you slack off in 5 years, everybody will be drinking Pepsi, right?
or any other competitor. Somebody can come out of nowhere. Like what's that Poppy thing that girl came up with? The Poppy soda, or whatever.
Oh,
like,
I like those. Those are they're like healthier versions.
that
of
wasn't
soda.
here. That's taking up somebody's market space, even if it's a little bit. It's taken up, but that's why they buy it, right? They'll see when like we're buying that because it's going to be our competitors. Okay, so entrepreneurs, helping them with content, right? The next one is just sell someone else's product. Now you don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to shoot anybody else's product, but you can take their product, do videos for yourself about their product, help them sell their product, and they'll either pay you or give you a percentage of the sales.
Affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
So like if you're already a fitness person and you're like, I want to build my brand that's big and make $400,000 a year and be this big fitness person, but like you need money to help push that. It's like, hey, I have a following of 3,000 people and I'm not making money yet. I'm trying to build my brand, but hey, I use this every day because it actually works for me. Let me reach out to this company and see if they have affiliate program.
Dude, you don't have to. My first affiliate marketing, like
that's right. You already speak on that because you already have that.
because like I as soon as I cracked like 1,000 subscribers, I had companies from China reaching out,
headphones, right?
And sending me free audio price, $200 headphones, and saying, "Hey man, can you just rock this and talk about it?" Like that's it. And then they give you a discount code. So for your people, if they use the discount code, and then when they purchase through the link that they give you, you get a percentage of sales. And I didn't call anybody. And I had like 5 companies reach out to me. Like,
and that's when you hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
It was actually a little bit before 1,000, but yeah, like around the 1,000 mark.
So I love that.
Before 1,000, actually, it started.
I love that because everyone thinks that you have to have like 50,000 or 1 million people to start getting money. No,
you just got to be active, dude.
Right? Because guess what? I would call you still fall in. It's YouTube, so it's different, and I don't know how it goes on YouTube, but you still might fall in a nano influencer. So online, I don't know if it's different between social media and YouTube, but online, if you have between 1,000 and 10,000 followers, you're a nano influencer, which is the smallest of the influencers. But the amazing part of being a nano influencer is, since let's say you only have 1,000 followers. Here's the beauty of only 1,000, even 500.
You mean overall between all platforms or just YouTube?
It doesn't matter. It could be on. It doesn't matter what platform. It could be Facebook, right?
Okay.
Here's the beauty of having only 1,000 or even 500 people, right? Those people are usually your family, your friends, people you played sports with, people you went to school with, people you worked with. So when you say, "Damn, I just had the best hamburger I've ever had in New Jersey, and I love hamburgers," they believe you.
Right.
Now, when Kim Kardashian says it to, what's her number? Something stupid, like 700 million followers or whatever. No, not that many. That's stupid. But whatever the amount of followers she has, right? 80% of the people know that somebody's giving her money to promote this burger, and it might not be the best burger she ever made. But for the small people, the nano influencers, we trust you. We knew you in real life. So it's like, hey, honey, yo, I just saved this post by Gabe. He's saying he had the best hamburger ever. And
you know what's wild too? The affiliates, you don't even have to give them a good review. I literally told them, listen, the trust of my audience is my priority. Like if I don't like the product, I'm not going to give you a good review. And then they're like, fine, test it anyway. And they still send it. Like you don't even have to promise that you're going to give a good review, dude.
And that's good for them. That's a good company.
Yeah, see the reason that you even get these looks is because they actually respect your integrity.
Right.
They don't want you to compromise your trust with your audience or your integrity. You know, it's why even if only 1,000 people are watching, those 1,000 people watch you regularly. Maybe they trust you, and you know if you get a couple dozen of them to buy a pair of headphones. That's why they're gonna buy it from you because you said it's good.
Right. Yeah. So there's 2 sides to this, right? So you have nano influencers, you have companies reaching out, you have affiliate programs, right? But right now, the hottest way to make money selling someone else's product right now by a landslide is TikTok Live.
Right. That's
That
crazy.
is,
Yeah.
and it's so new. And when you get on it, it's gonna make you feel like everyone's doing it. But you can scroll someone selling football helmets.
That's all I see.
Yo,
on my
dude,
phone.
I've never seen anybody in my life sell football helmets, and I see it all the time. TikTok shop, football, different teams. Some of them are signed.
And you know, and they those commercials have me dying because they're so like unorthodox. They'll say something like crazy.
Well, it's not a commercial.
That's what I'm saying is like they'll say something crazy, abrasive, or like, you know what I mean, like something really shocking in the first 1 second. You're
Wait,
like,
no. I'm talking about TikTok Live.
oh, live. Okay,
I'm talking about the new version of QVC.
You're not even talking about like TikTok Shop.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about how you DJ live. You swipe up. I'm watching Gabe DJ. I swipe up, and someone's like, "These are the best towels you ever had. If you get these towels, look how fast they dry you, bro." They get me all the time. I'm like, you know what? Let me get one of those towels. $11. And then you swipe again, and they're like, "Bro, you never had chocolate like this before." Now, right now, if you buy 4 chocolates, you get 2 for free, right? And I'm telling you, this is the dark chocolate that's actually good for you. If you have a certain amount before you go to sleep, you're like, it's live selling. Usually, like you said, there's videos, and we know
that's crazy. You compared it to QVC. I didn't even think about it like that.
no. Compared to QVC, it's the new QVC.
That's really what it is,
and it's
yeah.
the cool QVC because people of all ages are doing their thing, and they get to pick what they want to sell. You know,
Yeah.
and you're getting introduced to products that you didn't even know you wanted. You probably have a toaster at home, obviously, right? You don't even think you need a new toaster. It works fine. You swipe up and it's like silver, and you can put 4 pieces of bread. And they're like, you can get it right now for $45. You're like, you know what, babe? You think we should? You know,
This is what and I don't know if a lot of people really understand. So I went to college for communications, right? So I've always studied like media because my intention was to be like on the radio, or even if I just did background on the radio, just like, you know, like audio engineering for the radio. But I've always studied media, and people think that social media is different for some reason. And they're like, oh, television and radio is dead. It's not dead. It's just in your pocket. It's actually like more, like you're exposed to more media than ever. People think that like, oh no, I have the control. Like for some reason they have it in their mind that social media is like somehow different, but it's not. Like that's why I love that your QVC comparison, because you're like, that's really what it is. But now it's QVC 24/7. QVC used to come on for 2 hours at night at 8 p.m. or something like that. But now it's in your face 24/7. You know what I'm saying? It's actually like way more effective now.
and it's way more engaging.
Yeah, dude.
It's way more engaging.
Right.
Like for instance, I want to do this podcast live one day because when you know it's live, it's harder for you to swipe away, and you want to be involved. And we have a TV here, and people can ask questions, and like, it's just people want to be interactive these days. And I'm telling you, Gabe, I don't know how often you're on it, but TikTok, I try to stay away from it. I've never bought like this before. Like, I'll see a guy and he'll be like, boom, and a t-shirt fits perfect. He goes, you want a t-shirt that is fitted around here to make you look like you have muscles, but it's loose here just in case you have a little bit of stomach, blah, blah, blah.
And then the other part is that it knows you.
Right. Yeah, the algorithm knows you. So if
this goes to my point. It's not that TV and radio are dead. It's just that they found a way more effective way to do this. You understand what I'm saying? Way more sophisticated, way more targeted, in your pocket 24/7. It's just way more efficient way to do it, you know?
You know what? I got an idea. We should do one here. Because I was just thinking, talking to you, like, it sucks that, like, I don't have a product to sell at this time. I'm like, you know what I should do? My line at Nobody Loves New Jersey, I should just hop on. I got no hoodies for everybody from New Jersey. If you're not from New Jersey,
I don't even know why. I don't know why we're not wearing it right now.
Right. But if you're not from New Jersey, don't just
That's
get out
what we
this
should
chat.
be rocking on every pod, honestly.
Because it doesn't matter what you're selling. There's people out there that want it, and they're just not presented it. I love it.
The New Jersey versus everybody T-shirt you had, I
Gone.
rocked that for like,
They're gonna be gone.
I rocked that for so many years. Like,
yeah, I gotta get some products because I love product better than services. Product, bro. Product.
right? We should be sporting a product. I don't even know why we're not. We're wearing other people's brands.
I'm selling I'm only selling. You're gonna have to give me money. Affiliate code is something, so I can start being like, today's episode is sponsored by, powered by. So listen, TikTok Live. We just talked about. I got 3 more for you. I got 3 more. This is the one. If you want to make money, literally, you could have a job tomorrow. editor. Edit. Don't even take the content. If you can edit content for other people, you are in the craziest high demand right now. It's insane. We've already shot 5 episodes of this podcast.
Someone needs to edit them.
Only one has been edited. And it might have to be me. Hope it's not. And I'm not doing a lot of cuts of this, but it doesn't matter because you have to edit it and someone's going to have to take the best clips out of it and find the clips and edit those clips and format them for TikTok and Instagram, then put the words on it, then put the music on it and figure out, like, everyone needs that right now because everyone's making content. I don't even have too much to say about it because it's just like, if you know how to edit, and I don't mean effects, I mean just knowing what to grab, what to clip, and just clipping it together in a smooth way.
And adding captions and adding music. And
captions is AI and easy now. And if you have any involvement in this world we're in right now, you know what music is going on right now. That's it. That's it. You win. You can get a job immediately. From your house.
And I wanted to mention why captions too. I talked to a lot of people and they don't know why captions are so important. It's because, like, a high percentage of the quick content that's consumed online, people are consuming it with no audio, right? I don't know how many times you've done that, like you're at work or school and you can't have the audio on, but you're actually still consuming content. And it's because of the captions, because you could read it, you know?
You know what's funny? You're statistically and data-wise, you are right. There's like, it's a big percentage, like 40% of people listen.
I think it's even more than that, especially like during school and work hours.
Right, they're just kind of reading it.
Yeah.
Which also is the reason why a lot of things with no talking blows up. Like when you could just be eating something, but you put words on the screen. Did you know that? Blah 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 blah. You're like, wow, it's like impactful.
Yeah,
why
crazy.
Quotes work so good. You just put a quote there and like it's going viral. It's like, bro, it's 5 words.
Right.
Like I did one for Prada. I was like, Bae, 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 let's get rich this summer. 1 million views, 40,000 shares.
Well, we're all stupid, bro. I've been like, I always think about this. Like, there's channels, right? Especially now with AI, and you could just do the graphics, inspirational quotes, inspirational music, and have the captions flashing with the cool graphics or the graphics changing, you know, like if you're giving business advice, there's like a cool businessman in the background with a martini or something like that. You can make entire channels and platforms just like that without even being in the content.
Well, the fireplace guy, was he make $1 million a year?
Fireplace guy?
Yeah, so sometimes I go on YouTube because I want that screen to just have a quiet fireplace. And the fireplace guy who put the original guy who puts the videos of the fireplaces burning on YouTube.
Yo, I want to be the fireplace guy.
Yo, he does like $1 million a year.
I'm jealous of the fireplace guy.
Part of the game is getting
That's the easiest way to get money, and like none of us are doing that. Like, why?
Well, you have to get there first, because now if you do it, it's not going to pop up.
Right,
you do a fireplace.
But I know, but things like that, you know what I'm saying? It's why I started DJing on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that, because I started going to people's houses and I realized, yo, everybody's having these little like get-togethers on the weekend. Right. People don't club as much as they used to, and they just like on a TV like that, they just put a DJ on YouTube, and I'm like, that's crazy, dude. Like,
the barbershop now, they don't play mixes. They go to YouTube and find a DJ mixing and they watch the DJ.
Yeah, and if they want just old school, they just type in old school hip hop and it'll somebody
and the DJ,
rocking for an hour.
And the DJ that makes the most content with a decently cool background, especially if they're on a beach, because like you're in a barbershop, when someone's in the room, you're kind of like, okay, unless they dress it up.
It's gonna be at the top of the algorithm.
Yeah, and it's just like it's cool. There's a guy who I don't know what country it is, but it looks like a Latin American country, and he's on the beach and he's playing all. And he's just going like this. And he's not even doing anything cool. He'll mix one song and be like.
And nowadays it even does it for you with the sync button. So it's like.
So anyway, I don't want to get off the editor, but real quick, there's not much to say about it. Basic editing can make you so much money because everyone's making content and everyone needs their content edited. And the people who are making content for other people don't have the time to edit that content. So they're going to need help. So if you need a job right now, if you get a computer that can handle editing or a phone that can handle some editing, automatic paper route.
Do CapCut right in your phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Next, you could be a podcast producer.
We're podcast producing right now.
No, we're not.
Why not?
That's a problem, actually.
Why?
Because if this podcast, and I've had, right now it's just us, but there's been times when I was with Prada, I have 3 people in there because one person will be standing with the ATEM, and every time I talk, they would press the button. So my videos getting
I
burned
remember
into
you did have that before, yeah.
right there's people who are at 45 minutes and 7 seconds, he did that 2-minute talk about this, that, and the third. That's a clip. So now you don't have to watch the whole podcast to find your clips because they're what do you call that when you find the section? There's a word for marking the section for your clips. There's a word for it. But yeah, like,
well, that's just less to do. If you do more in pre, there's less to do in post
for everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now somebody already is baking the up close shots, and the camera angle changes into it. So when you're done, you're done. Now you don't need the editor like that because it's already done. So if you don't have that person, the editor does it, or that person could do it in front of you, right? Even like I said, just setting up the podcast. Like there's three parts to a podcast, and one day we'll do a episode just on that, right? You have audio, you have video, and you have lighting. Right? All those take about 22 minutes a piece for me to do, and I'm fast. Every camera has a lens. Every camera has a chip. Those chip has to be reformatted. They have to be empty. The lens. But again,
you are also very particular, and then you also want to be better every time, right? So you're like you're trying different. You're not just like throwing it up, you know.
I mean,
like you're trying different.
Everybody doesn't want to be better every time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, whether they're a new podcaster or a pro, everyone needs help. So I don't want to like sound like I'm saying there's jobs everywhere and we're in this market. I think a part of people not finding jobs right now is they're looking for the traditional job. Like, I need a job. Let me see who's hiring.
Yeah, they're stuck on old ideas.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can be at Target, and I don't know how much they charge. I'm not trying to get into that right now, but like, there's people that probably pay you 3 times that to help them with their business and their content. And you don't even have to be a content person to know how. Like, sometimes I go to shoot at the restaurant and I just need a body with me. I just need someone here. Can you hold this real quick? Hey, can you shoot me while I say it? I know what I'm doing. I just need extra hands on deck.
Yeah.
You know? So like I said, podcast producer, it doesn't mean you have to know everything about a podcast, but like, dude.
Business owners are just busy, dude. Even if they know how to do it, they're busy. You know what I mean?
Doing other things.
Yeah, dude.
Other important things.
Yeah, for sure.
The last one, which we talked about yesterday a little bit, so we don't have to go crazy with it, but with AI being so big and no one really knowing how to use it to make more money, oh my goodness. If you could help like, have you already make your YouTube thumbnails with AI? Am I lying about that?
Kind of, sort of. Yes, I have made thumbnails with AI. And what's like, it's, I'm drawing a blank.
I know you told me about that format.
vidIQ. I use vidIQ to like grade the thumbnails and stuff like that. You know?
Right.
But then I also have Adobe Express on my phone and things like that. You know.
Right, but if you just sat here and you took.
Canva is also incorporating AI now too.
Right. If you just took 10 pictures of yourself in front of a podcast mic, and then AI could be used to make hundreds of amazing thumbnails for you, but still, you don't want to be the person that goes and does it. And you can say, hey, Jim, can you make me, I need 3 thumbnails for my last 3 podcasts. And mind you, with AI, it might take him 15 minutes, but you were willing to give him $20 for that 15 minutes because you have other important things to do. But if you did that to 10 people, that $20 is now $200. Right? So it's like, there's so many services you can offer, and you can use AI to do the work for you, but people don't have the time to even use the AI.
Right.
You know?
Well, again, for me, it just started by just jumping into making my own content. And then if you're starting a YouTube channel, you learn that YouTube is part of Google, and then you learn SEO, and then you learn optimized title, optimized description, optimize hashtags, optimize thumbnail, like all of this stuff counts. And then you have apps like vidIQ that like grades all of that.
No, but look, everything you just said, I'm so happy you said that, because I have 8. That's our new number 9, because guess what? Hey, help me build my YouTube. I don't have time to learn about the descriptions and the thumbnails and what time I should post. Oh, and we're scheduling this post, and what time should that be? And cutting the end of my video or putting the titles in the front of the video. People will pay just for that.
Yeah. But you're putting yourself through school as you're making content. You know what I mean? That's why your advice is great. As like, just start, dude, and you'll keep getting better at it and keep getting better at it. And when you're nice with it, now you have value.
Right. And the point to tonight's podcast was just start. And the fastest way to start is helping somebody else make content. And you can make money while learning how to do content.
And you'll just keep getting better and better. And as you get better, you'll keep making more money.
Right. And while you're in the game, you're gonna, because you're in the industry, you're gonna see other ways to make money and easier ways to make your work faster while you're still charging the same.
Right.
You know? So it's like, bro, you could do something that takes you 15 minutes with AI. It makes you $20, and now you got 50 people. You could just be the thumbnail guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know dudes that just advertise just that.
You could be just the podcast audio guy. Hey, I don't, or you could be the guy that just shows people how to do it. Like,
Fiverr is full of them. You know, like you go on Fiverr, there's people providing all of these services, like all over the world.
The problem for me with Fiverr and the ones that do that is like, I'm annoyed at just sending the stuff. Like, I'm annoyed by, all right, let me put the chip in here. Let me take the information off of here. Right. Let me send it to the email. They're going to mix it. They're going to send it back. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to send a tip. Like, that's the beauty of, yes, it's cheap. Yes, everybody should utilize it. The other one in Philippines is crazy. In India, Pakistan, right? But the beauty at having the person you know in real life, that you're building
with you,
that you're building a relationship with. They know what you want, how you want it, when you want it. Yes, you should have AI agents help you. Yes, you should have overseas help that's more affordable to help you, right? But having the person in real life that speaks your language without the translator, you know, and knows what you want, you need that assistant. That first assistant is going to take you to the next level. Yeah, I don't have that yet. The minute I have the first assistant, I'm out of here.
I could probably get you an assistant. I have a internship program, and I always used to like. I didn't have any of this content stuff going when I had it. I was just kind of like, they were interning in the studio. It was just more like audio stuff, you know what I mean? But they're really good kids. They're super smart kids. They're high school kids, and they go to a tech school. So, you know, they're interested in all this stuff, all this media and audio and stuff like that. So let's see if we can get
I need it. And I got companies, you know. I got iDrive Media now. Yeah. I got New World Porter. So it's real.
Yeah. I like getting them like real world experience too, you know what I mean?
Dude, I got enough real world experience to build another world.
Yeah.
I got too much. Dude, what time is it?
I don't even know.
It's 11 at night.
Yeah, I don't have.
And I'm doing a podcast. Because there was no other time in the day that this could be done.
Right.
Because everything else was being done on your end and my end, and like it's nonstop.
I had a 3-hour session in the morning with like a student that comes every week. Then I had to mix a record. I did that for like 3-4 hours, like mix and master a record. And then I had to pick up my kids and, you know what I mean, like do all those errands after school. And then, then I had dinner. Then I came over here. That was my day. And I was shooting a pod.
Gotta work. You know what? I just thought about something. You know how the last podcast we talked about how to get started. Well, the podcast before that we talked about how to get started. And you said, hey, that's just start. Ending the podcast tonight, I want to do something. I want to do something that I tell anyone who I'm coaching to do. I always tell them, hey, do me a favor. Take out your phone, put on FaceTime video, and tell everybody what you're doing and post it quickly. And it's the most uncomfortable. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, right now. Do it right now. It's uncomfortable. So I'm going to do it right now, right? What's up, guys? So I'm starting another podcast, and this one's going to last, and this one's amazing. And this one, we're talking about content. We're talking about how to make money with your personal brand and making money online in all ways, the tech, the tools, the promotion, the brand building. And I'm live right now on the podcast with Gabe.
What's up?
Right? at Mikasa. And right now we have all the cameras. Camera number 1 with the lights. Camera number 2, which I know it's messy back there. Camera number 3 with the lights. We got, whoa. We got the system over here. And I just closed my phone. So that's dead, guys.
What was that, Facebook?
We say?
That was Facebook?
No. I just had a regular video.
Okay.
I'm going to finish that, though. Let's show how people work. I'm going to work through the mistakes, all right? And it's coming out in March because I'm building this to help people basically build their personal brand or their business, their brick and mortar or their online business, how to show up the right way, how to get people engaged, how to get people to trust you, and ultimately make them want to buy from you. So don't even know what the podcast is called right now. Gabe in the building. And we're having a little fun. And I just wanted to show the audience who is listening and watching how you could just open your phone and make a video. You don't got to be scared. See you soon. See? And you guys got to see me mess up. So I'm going to have to clip those videos together to make one. But that's the game. Even the content guy messes up, but you just got to keep going. You got to keep shooting. And that's all, folks. Anything you like to say?
No, I think we covered everything you want to talk about.
You know, real quick, because we got 5 minutes.
How long we been going for?
This is 55 minutes.
Okay.
But I do want to say something that has nothing to do with content, right? Because we're building this podcast from the ground, and I got ideas how it's supposed to go, right? Mm-hmm. So like I do want to do an hour of just straight helping, teaching, whether I'm teaching something that I just learned, right? Mm-hmm. Or something you just learned, or something we're experiencing to help people make money out there, grow their personal brand, get money online, right? But I also, as a lifelong DJ, as a lifelong entertainer and MC, we got to add some music. We can't be getting on a podcast acting like corporate America just talk. There's no music. There's no sound effects. There's no fun.
Well, you could just generate it. We can generate music.
Nah. See, you're already getting corporate with me. Can we get a person that could generate some music for our last 50 podcasts and add it into Spotify? No, but right. I want. So now that we got down the format, right? We know that part, right? I'm gonna try to prepare a little bit better because I want to give people real value up front, right? And but I'm fun, so I want to add some fun to this. So I'm gonna find ways to juice this up. I need a jingle in the middle, in the beginning. Right. I need a jingle. I don't care if it lasts 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. I can't. I'm a music guy. Mm-hmm. I can't just start with ladies and gentlemen. I need a jingle. I don't know.
Didn't I generate something for you before? The Chris Porter. I forgot what I called it.
I mean, we should use that. The Mr. Worldwide. You just said Chris Porter, Mr. World. So for those of you that don't know, I have a song with Pitbull. He's featured on my song called "The Water Dance," and I had Gabe cut it so it just went dan 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 dan. A Chris Porter, a Mr. Worldwide. But then, what would that make you, Mr. Worldwide? But anyway, I need jingles in here, you know. And I need some type of. I need these buttons to do more than. I don't want to press it right now because I have sound effects, but. I need some vibes, all right? So we're getting the equipment together. I need some vibes, all right? and we're on episode 5, and we haven't posted any yet. Well, by the time you hear this, it will be posted. But I also want to go live one night. I want this to be live.
Okay.
Or we could do some.
What platform?
I have no idea.
All right.
Maybe we do YouTube.
More than one, right?
Yeah. Or if we want to be real crazy. Well, how do we do that? Because I wanted to say we could do the first episode live. But we already recorded the first episode. Yeah. Oh.
This is
I forgot.
Generate music. There you go. That's a theme song right there. 30 seconds.
He goes crazy. You can cut it. You know what? I don't hate that.
I don't hate it either.
So when you sent
that's the crazy part.
So when you sent it to me, it felt a little pale and corny. Mm-hmm. But if you put it in context of a jingle,
right,
that's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
I kind of.
Isn't that crazy?
I wish I had the wire so they could hear the full. So should the podcast be called Fourth Quarter Porter? What? Now it got me thinking. Can you play that one more time?
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's
We're
dope.
going over time, but I just want to hear that. That might be. Yo, that was kind of thumping. Or should we make 10 more and see which ones we like the most?
Two. Hold on. No,
No,
this is
no.
the best one. This is the better one.
It's Chris Porter. Fourth quarter Porter. Chris Porter. Fourth quarter Porter. Quench your thirst like water.
You know what's crazy? As a rapper, you would rap over this type of beat.
Yeah, this is hard.
Yeah.
Chris Porter. Fourth quarter
Yeah, we don't need the rest of that. But that, I kind of like that for a podcast.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like a theme song, right?
Yeah, it's Chris Porter.
I don't know about the part with the water, but I like the Chris Porter. Tell me what you order. No, I ain't gonna get at you. But guys, thank you for listening to this episode. We'll see you next time. More breakdowns, more money, more cash, more love, more respect, and more soon. See you later.